Rylee is Lindsay's sister. And so I am very curious to see how this goes. I'm curious if Rylee's style of dancing is going to be similar to Lindsay's in a way, and just to see how she grows as a pro on Dancing with the Stars. Now, this is the one I want to get into, because as soon as I saw that this person was announced, I'm like, I know exactly what y'all are doing. I know exactly what y'all are doing. So, Jamie Lynn Spears is going to be on Dancing with the Stars. This is literally what every celebrity does when they have a bad reputation, they have some type of scandal going on, is when you get into some mess and your public image is about to be ruined, you go on Dancing with the Stars. You go on Dancing with the Stars to try and clean up your image, so to speak. But I don't know, with Jamie Lynn, I think it's gonna be different. I don't think people are gonna let up. Hey everyone, it's Britt. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back on another video, and I am here with a different type of video. As you guys know, I like to experiment with different types of topics and content, and so I figured why not talk about one of my favorite shows, Dancing with the Stars. I have literally been a die-hard fan of Dancing with the Stars for literally so many years. Granted, I'm not one of those people that like watched it from the very beginning. But I've been watching it for some time now, probably at least a decade at this point, and I just really love the show. I am someone that watches the show literally every single year, regardless of whether or not I actually know all of the people that are on there. I still watch it, and I actually enjoy getting to know some of the cast members, even the ones that I don't know. And I definitely feel like, especially in recent seasons, a lot of people have complained about like not knowing who these cast members are. Like, I feel like I'm starting to see more and more people say like, oh, like, who are these people? Like, I don't even know who they are. Like, this is Dancing with the Stars, but I don't see any stars. I definitely been feeling that way as well. However, last season, the season that was on Disney Plus, I actually feel like I knew a lot of those people. Like, they had like Wayne Brady, Charlie D'Amelio. Like, they had a bunch of people on there that I actually was familiar with. And so I think it just depends on the person, but I think last year they did a really good job with casting. And yes, so this morning they actually just announced the cast for season 39, I want to say, or 32, season 32. Sorry, I don't know where I got 39 from, but they just announced the cast list for season 32, and I figured why not come on here and talk about it. And listen, if this is a video that you guys aren't really interested in, or like it doesn't do well, this might be a one and done type of video. But if you guys are interested in me covering Dancing with the Stars, and you guys want me to cover the entire season of Dancing with the Stars, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to be able to do that, but I'll only know if you guys let me know. So make sure you guys leave a comment down below, or leave a like on the video if you guys want me to cover this season of Dancing with the Stars. And so before I get into the cast, I actually want to talk a little bit about the new hosts as well as the judges. So this season we actually have Alfonso Ribeiro and Julianne Hough co-hosting Dancing with the Stars, which I think is a great move. I think it's a great decision. The past couple of seasons we've had Tyra Banks as the host, and yeah, it a lot of people despise Tyra as a host. I mean, week from week, people were threatening to stop watching the show. People were just over it. People were already upset that the show was only on Disney Plus, and then having that on top of Tyra continuing to be the host, people just were not having it. Like, they felt like she just was not a good fit. And I'm not gonna lie, even I didn't care for Tyra as a host. Like, she just didn't really fit well. Like, her commentary just felt cringy and kind of felt off. There were a lot of times where she would cut people off while they were speaking, and she would kind of make the moment, more about her. And I think it just turned people off from watching the show entirely. And so I think this was a really good move. I'm actually shocked that Tyra, and granted, I don't know how stuff works behind the scenes, but I know that with her now being a producer on the show, I think that's how she was able to get into that hosting spot. And so I would imagine that she had to decide to not do it and allow someone else to take her place. And I think they brought in Alfonso last season to try and create like a better dynamic and try to balance out, Tyra. But it still just was not working. And so I think this is a great move and a great choice. And I'm interested to see how their dynamic is on the show. And so now getting into the judges. First off, rest in peace to Lynn, man. That news really broke my heart. I mean, Lynn was just so loved and respected on the show. And, we all knew that he was getting older. But I don't think you can ever really prepare for some news like that. And so, I know that he is going to be very well missed. And I do wonder if they're going to do some type of tribute to him, maybe in the first episode. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how Dancing with the Stars moves forward without him, because like I said, he's been there from the very beginning, first season, first episode, and I feel like he's had such an amazing impact on everyone that's been involved, as well as the viewers. I mean, he's definitely gotten some crap over the years for being the most harsh judge, but I feel like, people have come around to really like him, and I think that he definitely will be missed. And I am curious to see how that's going to affect the dynamic moving forward. And at first I was like, oh, like I wonder who is going to replace Lynn, but I don't think you even need a replacement. I mean, you kind of still have your core three. It's always really been three judges. I think they only just recently brought in Derek, and sometimes they'll bring in like other celebrity guests as well to be judges. A lot of the older seasons, it's always pretty much been three judges, and so I think they're going to keep it to Carrie-Ann, Bruno, and Derek. And I'm curious if there's gonna be some power dynamics that come into play, because I feel like when Derek first started being introduced as a judge on Dancing with the Stars, I think a lot of people were critical of him at first, because it did kind of feel like he was trying to like not battle Lynn, but he was also trying to be like that harsh judge, with all these critiques, and it kind of like threw people off, because they're just like, it felt like he was like trying to be, the type of judge that Lynn is. But then I feel like over time, people started to feel that way about Carrie-Ann, because Carrie-Ann has also been very harsh in her judging in the, past couple of years. And, I also felt like there were times where she was trying to be like, the harsh judge and be the one that is very particular about the technique of the dances and stuff like that. And there were even times where Carrie-Ann was more harsh than Lynn was. And I think it just threw a lot of people off. And so I don't know, I'm interested to see if Carrie-Ann or Derek, if they're gonna try to like live up to how Lynn was as a judge, and if one of them is gonna try to be like that and to have that type of reputation. I don't think they need to. I think that the way that they just naturally are as judges is fine and works well. I don't think you need to try and find someone to replace Lynn, but we'll see how that'll play out in the season and how they interact as judges. But yeah, now going into this cast list, which was again announced this morning. First up, we have Jason Mraz or Mraz. He is partnered with Daniella, and it says that he is a Grammy-winning singer and songwriter known for his chart-topping hits, including I'm Yours, Lucky, and I Won't Give Up. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have no idea who this is. I have no idea who this man is. Granted, me with songs is iffy, because like I'll hear a song and go, oh, that's familiar, but a lot of times it's like I don't know the song just based off of like the name of the song, or sometimes I'll hear a song and not know who the artist is. And so there, if I were to go and play some of his songs, I might be familiar with it. I mean, if they're really popular songs and they're chart topping hits, then I probably have heard them at some point. But just from reading it, I don't know who this person is. I don't know what their songs are. But he is partnered with Daniella. I love Daniella. Daniella has quickly become one of my favorite pros on Dancing with the Stars. Like I just feel like she brings something unique that we haven't seen in past seasons, and I just love watching her choreography. I loved her season with Iman, and like almost all their dances would go viral because she just worked with him so well. And I think that Daniella is really good at finding someone's strong suits and using that to her advantage in her performances. I love watching her dance, and so I'm really excited to see what she comes up with. All right, next we have Barry Williams, who is partnered with Peta. Love Peta. I love Peta. However, I feel like they be doing Peta dirty with these partnerships because I felt like she always gets the older men. The same way that Brandon stayed getting like the older women that you knew were not going to make it far in the competition. I feel like they do that with Peta every season. And it's like, again, she is someone that was always one of my favorites and that I enjoyed watching. And, you know, so I did see some comments of people saying like, oh, maybe Peta's doing this on purpose because, you know, maybe she wants to make an appearance here and there, but maybe not for an entire season because she wants to be home with her family. I mean, that could be a conspiracy. Maybe Peta is telling production like, hey, give me somebody that may not last the whole season because I don't want to be there the whole season. But also, I don't know. I just I don't know. I hate that they keep giving her people that, you know, like, and again, not to say someone older can't make it all the way to the end, but if you've been watching this season from the beginning or watching this show since the beginning, you know that the older folks who don't have good dance moves, they usually don't make it far. Like, they'll make it maybe 3 episodes, if that, because fans love them. But at a certain point, it's like you're almost like doing other people dirty that you know deserve to be there. And yeah, they typically don't last till the end. And so, you know, this man here is definitely you know, older, and he is actually known let me see. Best known for playing Greg Brady, the eldest son on the iconic sitcom The Brady Bunch, which I don't think I really. I mean, I'm familiar. I'm familiar with the Brady Bunch. I don't think I watched it much, but I am familiar with it, and so I could see him being like a major star on here and having like a bunch of fans that grew up watching the Brady Bunch. I need to find like a picture of him on the show versus now. But yeah, so that's what he's known for. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see what they do. But like I said, he is definitely up there. He's 68 actually. So 68 isn't that bad. But like I said, some of the older folks that be on here, like 60s, 70s, they typically don't make it far. But we'll see. So next we have Matt Walsh and Koko. I really like Koko as a pro. She was with Vinny last season. And I didn't mind a Koko and Vinny. I know Vinny was not that great, but he did improve. He did improve by the end. And, you know, I think their dynamic was really fun. And so, yeah, I'm interested to see what Koko is going to bring with him. So Matt Walsh is a comedian and actor known for his role as Mike McLintock in Veep. Also appeared in Ted, Step Brothers, Into the Storm, and The Hangover. Again, I don't really know who this is. But the thing is, I know I'm not the only one, because again, when I go into the comment section of these people being announced, literally everyone is like, who is this? I have no idea who these people are. And so I know I'm not the only one who don't know who these folks are. But yeah, interested to learn more about him and his story. All right, next we have Alyson Hannigan, who is partnered with Sasha. So Alyson is an actress. She was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, How I Met Your Mother. Okay, I'm familiar with those, but again, I just don't I just don't know who she is. You know, I don't really know who she is. But, you know, she was on some really popular shows. And so I'm sure that she has, you know, fans out there that's going to be rooting for her. Now, with Sasha, I like Sasha. I don't mind Sasha. I wouldn't say Sasha is one of my like favorite pros, but I enjoy watching him and seeing him. I really enjoyed his season with Simone Biles. I really enjoyed that partnership. I don't know if that worked out better because they were like around the same height. But yeah, I don't mind Sasha. I know people typically say that, you know, Sasha doesn't really bring a lot of creativity to a lot of his choreography, but you know, I do still enjoy watching Sasha. He's been there for such a long time at this point, and so I would like to see him get far. Okay, so next we have Mauricio Umansky. I probably said that so wrong. My apologies. But he's partnered with Emma. I love Emma. Emma is also one of my like favorite pros from Dancing with the Stars. I really enjoy watching her choreography. She's normally the one that gets the athletes, so I'm shocked that she didn't get an athlete this time, but you know, hey. And so this guy Mauricio, he is a real estate broker who appeared on Buying Beverly Hills on Netflix. Okay. Oh, wait, he's married to Kyle Richard? Oh, okay. So he's married to a housewife. So people might know him through that as well. But yeah, I mean, you can't really judge if someone can dance based off how they look, but I think he might do well especially with Emma. Emma is pretty good at, you know, coming up with choreography. And so I think they might do all right, but we'll have to see. All right, next we have Harry Jowsey, and his partner is Rylee. So, for those of y'all who don't know, Lindsay Arnold, who has been, you know, a pro in Dancing with the Stars for a while now, she's actually taken a step back to focus on, you know, family building. Same thing with Whitney as well. They've been taking a step back to focus on, like, you know, building their families and things like that. And Rylee is Lindsay's sister. And so I am very curious to see how this goes. And it just feels so surreal as well, because like you grow up watching, well, I grew up watching Lindsay on Dancing with the Stars, and now to see her sister like almost taking her place is just very interesting. So I'm curious if Rylee's style of dancing is going to be similar to Lindsay's in a way, and just to see how she grows as a pro on Dancing with the Stars. So I actually watched the they had Dancing with the Stars like kids edition one year, and they never brought that back. I'm pretty sure the reason why they didn't bring that back is because of how the kids like really couldn't I feel like the kids didn't handle losing well. Like I felt like there was like I felt like when kids got eliminated on that show, like they would always like cry, and I think people like just felt uncomfortable with that. Like they felt like they were just like crushing children's dreams on that show, and so I think that's why they didn't bring it back. Because you know no one wants to see kids cry, and so but I don't remember if Rylee was on the kids version of Dancing with the Stars. Let me know if y'all remember if she was or wasn't, but I'm really excited to see what she does with him. So Harry Jowsey is a reality TV star and a social media personality. Let's see. Oh, he was on Too Hot to Handle on Netflix. So yeah, I need to get caught up. I need to get caught up on a lot of shows, because a lot of the shows on like Netflix and stuff I have not tuned into. I don't know what it is, but it's like after season 1 of Love is Blind, I never really tuned in to any more shows after that. Like I know you had like more seasons of Love is Blind, Too Hot to Handle. Was The Circle one of those type of dating shows? I can't remember, but there's a few that's popped up on Netflix that I just haven't had a chance to watch, or that I just wasn't interested enough to watch, but I might have to start tuning back into those. But yeah, he's 26 years old, and so he's a little bit on the younger side. So is Rylee. And so I think they actually have, you know, a lot of potential there to possibly go far in the competition. And so we just have to see how well he picks up choreography, because I can imagine Rylee probably has a lot of ideas, but it really is going to take for, you know, Harry to be able to, you know, match that. All right, so next we have Tyson Beckford. I know who this is. So we have Tyson Beckford, who is a model and an actor, and he is partnered with Jenna. Again, Jenna, one of my favorite pros. She literally is like one of my favorites to watch on Dancing with the Stars. She is responsible for a lot of my favorite performances. Literally my favorite dance from Dancing with the Stars she was a part of, which was like that Harley Quinn Joker. I think it was like for like a Halloween night, and she had to fill in for one of the celebrities, and that literally was one of my favorite dances. I think that's one of like the most top watched videos on the Dancing with the Stars YouTube channel, is that specific dance. Like it's just I loved every minute of it. So we'll see how well he does, and if he has, you know, any prior dance experience. And even not, I don't know. I have a good feeling about this. I have a good feeling about Tyson and Jenna. I think they're gonna do well, but we'll have to see. All right, next we have Lele Pons, and her partner is Brandon. Now they say that Lele Pons is this really big social media star. I've heard of her, but that's about as far as it goes. I've never watched her content. I don't really know what she does, and that's no disrespect, that's no shade. I'm just not very familiar with her. In terms of Brandon being her partner, I do like Brandon, and I do feel like he was one of those pros that used to get slighted a lot when it came to like who he got partnered with. Literally Brandon, Artem, and Keo. Oh my god, they did. I'm not. I don't even blame Keo for not coming back for real, because they used to do Keo so dirty. Like, and when I say do them dirty, I mean like they would constantly give them people that you knew was not going far. Whether it be, again, people that are just like much older, like they would always give them the much older people that you knew were not gonna go far. And it's like, why can't y'all give these people like a real fighting chance to get to the finish line? I understand, someone has to get them, but it just they were always getting thrown like the people that you knew were not gonna make it far. And I feel like Brandon was one of those people. But then you had last season where he was with Jordan Sparks, and a lot of people felt like he was like holding back a lot on his choreography, which I could kind of see. I do feel like he could have pushed Jordan a little bit harder than he did. But also, I'm not gonna lie, he's probably used to doing basic choreography because they never give him a partner that is actually has the potential to go far. And so he's probably used to just doing like basic choreography that anybody can catch on to. And so, I'm hoping that with, lele, or is it lele? I don't know. Hopefully with her, he'll be able to do something a little bit more creative and like push her a little bit more. So yeah, we'll see. And also with her being a social media star, I feel like that's definitely gonna play into the amount of votes that she gets. And so yeah, we'll definitely have to see about that. Because with Charlie, right? Charlie had the biggest following on anybody on Dancing with the Stars last season. However, she was also an amazing dancer. Like I feel like she deserved to win the Mirror Ball last season. And so, you could say she got it because she truly was, the best dancer on there. But then also, Charlie has the largest following. And so, was it that it was inevitable that she was going to win because of her following? I don't know, but we'll have to just wait and see. Then you have Adrian Peterson, who is partnered with Britt. Now, I feel iffy about this partnership, and I'll tell you why. At first, I was insanely excited, right? I was really, really excited to see this because I'm like, oh, Britt gets an athlete. She gets someone that, probably going to do well. Because as we know, people who have watched this show for many seasons, if you are partnered with an athlete, you're gonna make it far. Like, you're more than likely going to get to the semifinals, if not the finals. For some reason, athletes do great on Dancing with the Stars. I don't know what it is, but athletes always do really well on these shows, and they tend to make it all the way through. And the last time Britt was with somebody that took her all the way to the end, it was with the athlete. I think it was a pro skater, or like a figure skater, I believe, and she did really, really well with him. And so I'm like, oh, this is perfect. And Britt's really good. Again, Britt is literally one of my favorites. I literally love watching her dance. And I think she is someone that also in the past used to get really crappy partners, but now they're starting to give her people that actually have potential. And so I'm like, oh, this is going to be Britt's season. Literally, as soon as I saw this partnership, I was like, this is going to be Britt's season. But then I started reading the comments, and people are saying that Adrian Peterson has like a history of being abusive towards his kid. I think people were saying, I don't really know the whole backstory. So if you guys have any insight on, Adrian Peterson and like his past or whatever, let me know in the comments down below, because I started like, again, seeing stuff about like, oh no, not him. And oh, why would you cast him? Like, didn't he beat up his child? And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. So I don't really know much about him. I just saw like, oh, he's an athlete. And Britt does pretty well with athletes, and so this seems like a really good matchup for her. But also, I would feel kind of iffy supporting somebody that is being abusive towards folks. So y'all let me know in the comments down below if y'all know anything about him that people should be aware of. But outside of that, right, he is in the NFL, or was he in the NFL? No, he is in the NFL. So he's currently in the NFL, and he's played for a laundry list of teams. And so yeah, y'all can do more research on like his NFL stuff. But yeah, I think maybe outside of the scandals, which I'm gonna get into that, because I also saw probably the biggest surprise of this season. And yeah, I definitely have some thoughts about her. And we'll when we get to her, I definitely will share my thoughts. But yeah, I don't know. I think that if that is true, that he's known for like being abusive or whatever, I think it just goes back to the the playbook that a lot of these celebrities do, which is, oh, if I have a scandal, let me go on Dancing with the Stars to clean it up. But I want to get into that further when we get to who we're gonna get to. So next we have, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Oh my god. Okay, is it Xochitl Gomez. I probably butchered that so bad. I'm so sorry. Please, someone correct me in the comments. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but the pictures will be on screen. She's gonna be with Val. But yeah, Val is also another one of my favorites. Sometimes Val can come across as kind of like, cocky or whatever, but I do enjoy watching his choreography. I think he's really good at what he does, and I'm always happy to see him back. And usually anyone that is partnered with Val also goes far and does really well. I mean, he's just a really good choreographer. And so, yeah, I definitely see him and her going really, really far this season. It says that she appeared in, Raven's Home. Okay, Babysitter's Club. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I definitely see the potential for this to definitely play out. I honestly, I could see them as being semi-finalists. And like I said, I'm literally just talking out the side of my neck. I'm I'm literally just looking at pictures and being like, oh, they look like they could do well. We're literally not gonna know until the first episode to see like where everyone's dancing ability is. And sometimes people surprise us. Sometimes people start out being really bad in the beginning and then they end up doing really well by the end. And so I don't know. We'll see. All right, next we have Mira, Sorvino, and Gleb. Always like to see Gleb back. I know Gleb. I feel like he's been in quite a bit of drama in the past couple of years because him and his wife, I think, had got divorced, and then it was rumored that he was with one of his dancers at one point, or one of his partners from like seasons ago. I feel like Gleb is just always in some type of like drama, it feels like, but I don't know. Anyway, I do like Gleb. Let's see. Mira is a Golden Globe and Academy Award winning actress. I am not familiar with any of these things that she's been in. The Replacement Killers, Marilyn Monroe. She played Marilyn Monroe in a 1996 film. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure who this is, but I think she'll probably bring a lot of personality. I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting from some of these pictures that I've seen of her. She seems like someone that's definitely gonna bring a lot of energy into the ballroom. And so yeah, I can't wait to see what her and Gleb come up with. Now this is the one I want to get into, because as soon as I saw that this person was announced, I'm like, I know exactly what y'all are doing. So Jamie Lynn Spears is going to be on Dancing with the Stars. I already know what this is. This is literally what every celebrity does when they have a bad reputation, they have some type of scandal going on. This is literally how to deal with scandals one-on-one. Is when you get into some mess and your public image is about to be ruined, you go on Dancing with the Stars. You go on Dancing with the Stars to try and clean up your image, so to speak. It literally has happened time and time again in the past. You literally had that figure skater, I believe, was it Tanya Harding, the figure skater, I believe. You had Sean Spicer, the guy that I think worked for Trump or something like that. Like you've had a few of those people. There was like another athlete, I think, that was into some mess, and someone had came and like protested. I think like someone had came out and they had like a t-shirt or something, and like they came out from the crowd and tried to like attack him. I think that was a whole thing. Like you've definitely had your fair share of people, or even the girl, the daughter of Lori Loughlin, Olivia, I think, she was in a lot of hot water because of her mom and, what her mom did to get her into college. She went on Dancing with the Stars to help with her image. Like, we literally see it all the time. So as soon as I saw that Jamie Lynn Spears was going to be on this season, I'm like, oh, I 100% know what she's doing. She's trying to clean up her image. She's trying to make herself, look better in the public eye. I'm just wondering if it's actually going to work. I mean, I will say that, like, in the past when it's happened, I do feel like that they, have been able to kind of get the public to see things from their perspective, and, they end up winning the hearts of America. That has happened time and time again. Not all the time, but sometimes, like with Olivia Jade, for instance, like people really did not like her because of what her mom did and kind of how complacent she was in that situation. But literally by the end of the season, people ended up liking her. But I don't know, with Jamie Lynn, I think it's gonna be different. I don't think people are gonna let up, and I don't know, what she's gonna share or how she's gonna package herself, to the viewers. But I know she is going to do everything in her power to try to get sympathy and try to make herself look better. But I don't think people are going to go for it. I mean, people are already saying that they're actively going to not vote for her in hopes that she can get out like on the first episode. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. However, someone actually reminded me of this in the comments, or actually I saw the comment and it reminded me of it, that they now have this new system in place with the judges where they can save somebody. And I could see a situation where Jamie Lynn is in the bottom, even if she's doing well, right? Jamie Lynn is in the bottom because America does not like her, doesn't like what she did to Britney Spears and all that. And I could see her being at the bottom and the judges trying to save her and trying to extend some grace. And it's funny because, when someone said that, I also saw someone else say, yeah, I don't trust Carrie Ann because I feel like Carrie Ann is going to keep her on the show even though she's going to be at the bottom multiple times. And then when I go under the posts of them posting Jamie Lynn Spears, I literally see Carrie Ann saying like, oh, welcome to the family. And I'm like, oh God. So I could totally see a scenario where Jamie Lynn is not getting the votes, but maybe she's doing decent and she ends up at the bottom too. And Carrie Ann ends up saving her like for like 3 or 4 weeks straight. I could totally see that. I hope not. I hope that's not what happens. I hope they just, because again, I mean, we don't know, but I can't imagine Jamie Lynn is going to be that much of an incredible dancer. And so, I don't know. But I definitely don't see her winning the season at all. I see her maybe making it halfway if the judges save her enough. But yeah, I don't know. Because, I mean, there are like a few people, there's a small percentage of people who don't fully understand like what's going on between her and Britney Spears and this conservatorship. There actually are people that I've seen like still supporting her and not even being aware of like what's going on. And so I don't know. I think it's just gonna depend on like the audience and who's watching Dancing with the Stars and like who's familiar with all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, again, it's worked for some, but I just don't think Dancing with the Stars is going to save her reputation. I think her reputation is down the toilet at this point. There's been way too many stories and too many people that have come out about how horrible Jamie Lynn has been and has treated people, even outside of Britney. And so I just don't see this going well for her at all. Granted, I don't see a situation where someone's going to like come out and protest necessarily, but like I wonder if she's going to get booed. Like I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know. But yeah, she's actually partnered with Alan this season. And I like Alan. I like watching Alan. I enjoy his energy and his personality. And I don't know if he's even fully aware of what's going on with Jamie Lynn, or if he is just, trying to be professional about it and still, act if he is excited and enthused to be working with her. I feel like that's more so what it is. Because at this point, you can't not know. And even if you didn't know at first, I'm sure people have told him like, hey, like, good luck with her. So yeah, I don't know. So next you have Charity Lawson, who is partnered with Artem. I think this is a pretty good matchup. I think, again, historically they've given Artem some pretty horrible partners. So I think that giving him a bachelorette is really good. But yeah, she is from the Bachelorette. I think she was on this most recent season of the Bachelorette, and she is going to be, on the season. And again, historically, people that come from the Bachelorette tend to go very, very far. I think almost, I don't want to say every single Bachelorette, but I want to say at least in recent years, every single Bachelorette has pretty much made it to the end. And all of them have been like pretty good, dancing wise, and none of them have been like trash. But I do think their fan bases have definitely, tend to carry them further than I would like. Like there were 1 or 2 seasons where I'm like, I think you probably should have been voted off. But especially considering it's on ABC as well, which is on the same network as The Bachelorette, a lot of times that definitely gives them more of, you know, a push with the votes and things like that. And so yeah, I think she's gonna do well. However, I have been seeing her get a lot of backlash online, and you know, of course, you're always gonna have people that feel some type of way about, you know, someone's race. Like it's just, it's sad that we're even still dealing with this in 2023, but we are. And I've definitely, like, I've seen some comments where it's like, oh, why would they pick her, and what's a bachelorette doing on the show? And I'm like, they have a bachelorette every single season. What are you talking about? And so it's very evident that they just don't like her because she's a black bachelorette, and they haven't really had any issue. Like, you don't see a lot of backlash for bachelorettes like that. And so the fact that she's getting backlash for being chosen, given that she is one of the most recent bachelorettes and she's one of the most relevant bachelorettes right now, it makes sense that she would be on the season. And so yeah, I don't know, but I'm definitely rooting for her and Artem for sure. Next, you have Ariana Madix, and she is partnered with Pasha. So she is from Vanderpump Rules. Again, I'm very familiar with Vanderpump Rules, but I literally never watched the episode, and so I'm not very familiar with her. But Pasha is another one that I enjoy watching. Sometimes I feel kind of bad that Daniella tends to outshine him a lot when it comes to you know, their performances, because Daniella is just so good. And it's like, just comparing it, you know, you don't want to compare, but it's like, you know, they're a married couple, and so of course you're gonna kind of compare. Same thing with Jenna and Val, right? Like, I feel like Jenna and Val are, like, talent wise, are very neck and neck actually. And again, Pasha's not bad. I enjoy watching Pasha as well. I think his choreography is pretty good. But it's like, compared to his wife, it's like, eh. But I'm still rooting for Pasha. I think, you know, him and Ariana would do pretty well. And so yeah, that is the whole cast. I am really excited. I feel like I've really been missing, like, television. I've just been like, I don't know, like, television just hasn't really been hitting the way that it used to. But I'm really excited for Dancing with the Stars to come back, and I'm happy that it's on ABC and Disney Plus, so people can get the best of both worlds. There were a lot of people complaining about it being on Disney Plus, and I just did not understand it. I just honestly feel like it was a bunch of people, I'm not gonna say which generation, but it was a bunch of people who don't want to, you know, get with modern times, and they wanted to just keep it the way it's been the whole time. But I honestly preferred it being on Disney Plus. I actually really enjoyed watching it on Disney Plus. There literally was, like, no commercials, I think, and I liked it. I really liked it. And so I'm glad they're doing both, and I do wonder how it's gonna play out then with it being on ABC and Disney Plus, and if they're gonna also include the commercials on Disney Plus now, because it's all gonna be streaming, like, at the same time, I'm presuming. Because yeah, I will probably watch it on Disney Plus still. I prefer to watch it on a streaming platform. I think it's just more convenient for me. But you know, I'm glad that people have both options. You can do whichever one is best for you, because a lot of people too were threatening to boycott Dancing with the Stars because they were on Disney Plus. And I'm like, do y'all not realize that it being moved to Disney Plus is what's saving it? Because they probably were gonna get rid of the show altogether, and Disney Plus is probably the one that picked it up and saved the show, because they probably were gonna lose out. I think there was, like, some conflict with it being, like, around, like, football season and stuff like that. And so I think them moving it to Disney Plus, is what they had to do in order to salvage the show. And so for people to be so up in arms about it, I just did not understand. Like, I get it's an extra subscription, I get that, but it's like, I'm pretty sure y'all pay for Netflix and everything else. And so it's just, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But either way, I'm glad that people have multiple options, and I know it's also going to be on either Hulu or HBO Max. I can't remember what the third one was, but yeah, people are going to have different options for watching it, which is really great. And like I said, I'm just really looking forward to this season, how it all plays out. I'm really excited to see how Alfonso and Julianne interacting, what their banter is going to be like during the season. I can't wait to see Rylee and what she does as a first-time pro, and you know, how she resembles Lindsay, or how she's different from Lindsay. And yeah, I'm excited. I need more comfort television in my life right now. And so yeah, I'm really excited. But as I said, if you guys want me to cover the entire season of Dancing with the Stars, let me know. I will do it. I will literally, like, I literally will do it. I will cover every single episode of this season if y'all want me to, but I won't know unless y'all let me know in the comments. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys want me to cover this season of Dancing with the Stars. If not, no worries. I still enjoyed making this video. And so, yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I will see you guys in the next video.